Hello, and welcome back to another brand new review for this week's Doctor Who episode, The Legend of Ruby Sunday, part one to the two-part finale. It's weird that we're already here. We're just 1 week to go until the end of season one already. And yeah, so what did I think of this episode? And the honest answer is, until I see next week's episode, I don't know. Because, this episode is just set up. It's set up for what's going to happen for the series finale, and it's interesting. So the Doctor and Ruby decides to visit Unit because Unit, being Unit, will be able to figure out who this person is that they keep seeing. And so they show us some of the faces that the Doctor and Ruby have noticed the past season. Just missing the version of Susan Twist um, at with Sir Isaac Newton. But we also get to see two other versions. We get to see this weird blue alien looking motherfucker, as well as a Borg looking version. Not really a Borg, but still Borg like from Star Trek. And so obviously they already knew about her because of Triad Institute, or S Triad Institute, because the anagram means TARDIS. And so Mel is also there. She's been sent to investigate. We also get to see Rose Noble. Um, and so then the Doctor's like, well, you guys have the technology. How about we try and find out who Ruby's mother is? And so he goes up to Kate. He's like, Kate, where do you keep your time bubble? And Kate's like, Doctor, you told us back in the 70s that we're not allowed to have these things. And the Doctor's like, Kate, where is it? And she's like, 10th floor. And so they get a VHS tape, which I'm sure that's gonna be weird to a lot of the younger viewers of the show that haven't grown up on VHS, knowing what the fuck a VHS tape is. For those who don't know, it's actually what we used to watch movies and TV shows on, in at home. If we wanted to watch a particular episode or particular movie, we'd either rent it or buy it. Now some of them aren't really worth all that much. Anyway, so they use the time tunnel. They recreate the scene for Christmas of 2004, trying to figure out who um, Ruby's mother is, and of course it doesn't go well. You know, some we know some things have changed since episode one, where through a new memory, the Ruby's mother turns and points at the Doctor, and we get to see that. Then of course we see the TARDIS arrive, and the Doctor's like, "Huh, I wonder what a memory of a time machine thingamabob is," and all that stuff. And then we get to see what essentially what might be the big bad of the episode, and so they're trying to figure out. And the one thing is, the Doctor's convinced Susan Triad is Susan Foreman, and so he gets Mel to bring her to Susan, and he doesn't recognize her. So he then brings up the dreams that she's been having. Apparently, she dreams, she's all these different people, and that's when we figure out that the thing that uh, was seen after the fact in the time bubble room uh, is linked to the TARDIS, which has been something that we've noticed. People have noticed. I personally haven't. Noticed the groaning and all that stuff that the TARDIS has been doing throughout the season, and then as things go, the big bad of the episode um, is Sutek. I need to be careful with what I pick for as options for my classic Doctor Who reviews. In case you don't know, every 2 weeks I pick 2 episodes from in my collection for classic Doctor Who to put up for a vote for you to pick what I review next. And the last poll, which you can see the results of on my community tab, what one was Scream of the Shulker. Because in last week's episode, we see Richard E. Grant as a version of the Doctor. So that's why that won. But there was also another option, which I have to go digging for, that I had picked, which I thought would have won. But of course, that Rogue came out. This episode didn't win. That was Pyramids of Mars. It would be weird if I picked 2 things that came up in recent Doctor Who randomly, and I did. So yeah, I probably will review Pyramids of Mars at some point because I have seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it, but I love the ancient Egypt aspect of that because that's one of my earliest special interests. But this is what I'll be reviewing next Friday. So yeah, then the episode ends. So how do I feel that it's Sutekh? Well, it was kind of spoiled on me. Essentially, but it was a theory. I've seen it in a couple of thumbnails of Sutekh being there, of a potential of who is Susan Triad, and it surprised me. It also happy to know that the Trickster is a part of the Pantheon, which means like the toy maker Maestro, and now Sutekh. Which means the Trickster could potentially show up in the actual show, which is what I've been wanting for fucking ages. For the Trickster to show on main Doctor Who, not just the Sarah Jane Adventures. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to need to see next week's episode to know what I fully think on The Legend of Ruby Sunday. It's a nice setup. I'm interested to see how things play out because we didn't actually get a next time trailer at the end of this episode. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like when the episode actually airs tonight on the BBC One. But yeah, we'll wait and see. I do have a bit of a rant though. So, this is aside from the episode. This is about the Blu-ray cost. So, the Blu-ray is already out. The DVD, Blu-ray, and Steelbook is already up to be able to pre-order on wherever you go for it. Amazon, HMV, Zavi. And I'm annoyed at the price. The price is €60 for the Blu-ray for 8 fucking episodes of a TV series. €60. Really? Really? Now, the Church on Ruby Road and even the specials were so much cheaper than that. They were about €25 for the Blu-ray. And now suddenly it's €60 for 8 episodes? I think I'd rather bootleg that than pay €60 for just 8 episodes of a TV series. But that's just me. Anyway, if you want to see more Doctor Who content, because I do post Doctor Who content rather frequently on this channel, as I said, next Friday, this Friday coming, I will be, of course, reviewing the Scream of the Shulker, and then, of course, I'll have another poll out for episodes for you to vote on, which will be out an hour after that one. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I will again be back next Saturday to review the final episode of Season 1 of Doctor Who. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments down below, especially Sutekh. And I shall see you all on Monday for my review of Rocky V.